What are both your thoughts on studying content creation in an academic setting? Something that's rare in the global sphere and one of the first in India at SaiU University.
So when influencer marketing and content creation started like a few years back, I think like 8-9 years back, when not when YouTube started, but when the whole geo storm took over and everyone started making content, people said it's not here to last. Maybe 3 or 4 years it'll go. And then COVID happened, and COVID, it multiplied in numbers. And today everyone is a content creator, right? And it's a great, even if it's not like a primary job that you do or something that you're focusing 100% of your time. And there's so many people who also create content. It's not only therapeutic, but it also brings them an extra source of revenue. And I always believe that if you have something that's creative inside you and you want a platform to put it out, content creation is the best way for you to go forward. It doesn't matter if it brings you money or fame or anything. I feel that expression is something that, especially in a country like India, we don't get a chance to do that. Where, we all have jobs that we're working, which might not always, challenge that creative side within you, but there's always scope for you to build on that. And especially for the I don't want to say kids, that makes me feel old, but for the younger generation that are getting into college now, it's a really nice field for you to start exploring. There is a lot for you to do, a lot of places for you to go, a lot of money to be made, because at the end of the day, it all boils down to that. You can love something, but unless it puts food on the plate, you can't continue doing that. And it's really nice that there is a space where you can learn and start early, because all of us had to, jump into the dirt and get our hands dirty to realize what content creation is and how to make content, how to edit, all of these are things that we weren't taught. We realized over the course. And I think if there is a course here that teaches you about a process, about how to, think about your ideas, how to find that voice, and also how to execute it, it is a really big skill that you can have coming into this world where there's so much for you to explore. Yeah.
Well, that is one of the goals of the School of Media at the SaiU University. Also excited that School of Artificial Intelligence is also being started at the same time. And so the curriculum at this moment, as I'm designing it, I'm adding all of these things, right? All of the latest content creation. So multiple media platforms, multiple revenue streams, all of this. For a country that is so inquisitive and talkative otherwise, we rarely learn how to channel all of that into a revenue stream. And I think that is something that can be done in an academic environment, but with some guidance. And then, hopefully it gives them the scope to explore those aspects in a more formalized, but also in a very creative way.
And adding to what ma'am said, I think not to take any jabs, but our education system is in such a way where it doesn't update itself too often. And it's nice to see, like when ma'am told me that this podcast was about content creation and that there's a course that's coming up about it, what really got me excited was the fact that we are acknowledging that this is a field that you could be in. There are so many content creators who only create content for a living, and they make so much money, and they get so much respect in public, and so many lives have changed. There are people who have come from not very great socioeconomic backdrops who have really made a name for themselves and made, even voiced out to a lot of things that have troubled them in this entire journey here, which has really made the world a better place, if you ask me. And maybe 10 years later, influencer marketing or content creation might be taken over by user-generated content, which might be something else that comes up. And I think I'm happy that there are universities that are open to exploring these subjects as in a theoretical way where you can learn it. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I told ma'am I'll be there. It's something I'm interested to talk about. So I'm really excited to see how this goes forward and to see like a bunch of these kids graduate and get into the world of content creation. It's going to be great.
Well, you would get to interact with these kids if you come over and do a workshop for us, which I'm hoping you will, because now that you are on our advisory panel. Yeah. So we have big ideas, yes. And hopefully soon. We also have professors of practice who are coming in with a VR, AR background in storytelling. So there will be a lot of coming together of different media skills that we will hope to hone within this structured environment. Yeah? So I have a question for Kishan. How does it feel to be on an advisory panel in a school of media?
Ma'am, honestly, I don't even know what it means, but I just feel I'm very happy that I can be of some help because when I was in college, I had a lot of my seniors come and talk to us and tell us about how. So that time I wanted to get into film. So they would tell us this is how the industry would be, and I would ask them, how do you write a script? How do you start writing scene wise? Do you think of ideas? I would ask them so many questions, and they would have answers to these questions. It might not resonate with me, but it would give me some sort of direction. So if I can be in a similar place for people who are looking for answers, it would be an honor for me to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's going to be the bridge, like a bridge between the industry and academia. So that is where we want to have more and more young media practicing professionals coming into the advisory panel.